Hi. I want to take this few moments before I head to bed, or lie in bed for the next few hours, to kind of talk about a topic that we're really afraid of. Uh, Not afraid to hear or to talk about, but we're more afraid to actually put it into action. And that topic is courage. We always view how to be yourself, how to live your life for you, how to do things that make you happy. But seldom ever do we actually follow through. We trap ourselves in these cages that have wings, birds with wings that can't go anywhere. We we sit quietly, patiently, waiting for someone to come unlock that door for us. The funny thing about that is that nobody has the key but us. The person we're waiting for is ourselves. And that to me is sinking in more and more each day. I live life so afraid that I'm never going to get out of wherever I am. And to me, I feel trapped. I feel stuck. And a lot of the time, abandoned. Not by people, but by myself. I feel there's a lot of pressure in being who you are. Because even though the world engraves this lesson, this quote into our heads, be yourself, be you, seldom ever do we ever get encouraged, actually encouraged to do it. We have goals and dreams, things that we aspire to do, yet we're so afraid to do it because a lot of the time when we find our passion, we're told that it's not good enough, or that it won't get us enough. It won't get us far. It won't make us enough money. It won't make us happy. A lot of the time, we're made to live for other people's needs. We're made to live for how other people want to be happy, for how other people want to have a good life. A lot of the time we forget about ourselves. And yet we still tell everyone that breaks us down, be you. Do what makes you happy. Yet we're so accustomed to staying in the same place just so we don't make other people uncomfortable with change. I've been doing that. For a really long time, I've been doing that. I've been stuck mentally, physically, emotionally. I've been stuck in a place that I'm not a fan of at all, really. My spirit is one that cannot be contained for too long. I don't know why I have the spirit of a 3-year-old toddler that has an imaginary dragon friend. I'm probably crazy, or I'm probably just extremely happy. And happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is not, oh yeah, everything in my life is going fantastic. No, everything in my life is it's not going probably the furthest it can be from the way I envision it to be. But that doesn't change my happiness. My depression, when I'm sad, that doesn't change my happiness. And for me, I have a comfortable level of being happy. Because I think the more you seek in happiness, the less that you find. Because happiness, for me, is just accepting the way that things are. That makes me happy. My passions, knowing who I am, knowing my talents, and knowing what I can do with them, that makes me happy. Everything else is simply just a part of this world. They're just simply things that are there. So for me to have these dreams and these goals and these passions that make me happy, and for me to wake up each day and battle through illness and sadness and anger and frustration, it destroys that happiness. It destroys that happiness. And well, I won't say it destroys, but it makes it a lot harder to maintain. It makes it so much harder to maintain. Because if I was doing what I loved, and waking up every morning doing what I loved, no matter how big the struggle was, no matter what I had to deal with, if I literally was living in New York in a rundown apartment with rats crawling around me, with a bunch of paper sitting on the floor, on a cold wooden floor, heatless brick walls, broken windows, but I got to write. I had my laptop there. I could write, and I could have the opportunity to have my writing read. I would do it. But here, I'm comfortable. Look around. I lead a very comfortable life. I don't suffer a whole lot, financially or economically or socially. My struggle is mainly mentally because I get scared of not being able to move forward. Moving forward is huge. It's the biggest thing that you can do because life rotates. It sounds weird. Earth rotates. The world rotates. The universe rotates. So why would life let you sit still? When you're sitting down in bed all day or on a couch all day, you feel heavy. You feel weak. Because you're not supposed to just be sitting down. You're supposed to keep moving and keep going and keep exploring and keep seeing the world and keep learning and keep changing. That for me is beautiful, to be able to go out into the world and do things. So now what do? I have my dreams. I have the list of things that I want to do, all the things I want to accomplish. The only thing missing is courage. The only thing stopping me from being in that rundown apartment in New York City, from taking the flight tomorrow, is courage. Why? Courage that I'm going to hurt people that I love, that I'm going to disappoint them, that I'm going to ruin the plans they had for me to be a student or to be a doctor. I'm going to destroy that belief that Yom's going somewhere just because they don't think my dream is good enough. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. And I'm slowly starting to realize that. I'm not doing anything wrong for making 50 grand less being happy. That's not wrong. And anybody who tells you that doesn't have courage. Anybody who tries to make you afraid of having a dream, of pursuing it, or makes you feel guilty about even thinking about that dream, they don't really want you to be you. They want you to be the you that they are comfortable with. And the bad part about that is that we start becoming comfortable with the us that they see. And then we stop knowing who we are, or who we want to be, or who we can be. Life doesn't stop. And even, sorry to say, but even those in their graves, we're still here. We are still here. It ends for one person, begins for another. And that's just the reality of it. That one day it's all going to end. And it's all going to go away for you, but not for everybody. The things that people remember about us, those are the things that stay. I want to be remembered for being fearless, for being courageous, for being powerful and strong. I don't want to be afraid. What's the worst thing that could happen to me? I might encounter death. I'm doing it in a way that makes me happy, as opposed to simply just staying here to make other people happy and dying by accident on my way to school one morning in a car crash. This life is so short. This life is so unpredictable. And to stay on other people's terms when you know, forgive me, it's different if you don't know what you want. Then you stay, then you talk about it, you figure it out, you grow. But when you're adamant and you have a specific goal in mind and yet you're still so afraid, that's not okay. And I'm not saying that it's not okay for you to feel that way. It's not okay for you to be made to feel that way. I'm scared out of my mind of leaving this world, traveling it, experiencing it, not living in here, but just living out here for once, just seeing everything, not battling my emotions anymore, because it's not all about emotions. It's not just about relationships. It's not just about love. It's not just about people. It's about the universe. It's about faith and integrity and finding respect and honesty and knowing all things that are life. We can't tie ourselves down. We cannot tie ourselves down to these things because we feel guilty. I feel guilty about not being able to help my mom out. Of course it's going to, all this money I'm wasting on plane tickets when she's struggling. Of course I feel guilty. But at the same time, the $500 that I could have added to my trip that I gave her, it's going to go to waste. It's going to go to something we need to pay for. Of course. But next month, it's going to be another $500 that's needed. And money is never going to end. It's not going to stop being one of our problems. Not being able to pay for things will never, ever go away. So why wouldn't I take that trip and learn and be free to an extent? Be happy, be courageous, be fearless, be powerful. Struggles are vehement. They'll be back. They'll be back tomorrow. And going to that university that you really want to, but you don't want to leave your relationship, or not buying that plane ticket because that last $100 can go to somebody else for something else that's going to need that other $100 tomorrow. Sometimes taking a risk is worth a lot. And sometimes people think I'm speaking out of my ass for saying stuff like that. That I'm influencing our generation and my friends to go do things that the older generation is afraid to do. And to be honest, it's not fair. It's not fair to have or to instill fear in other people. And I don't blame anybody for making me afraid. But at the same time, I'm not going to respect people that I tell my passions to and who give me advice on how to not follow them, or to tell me that it will not work out when they've never tried it themselves. And if they have, why were they allowed to do it? And I can't, because I'm not here to be protected. I'm here to learn. I want to know what's the limit on what I can know. Knowledge is endless. Knowledge itself is endless. And I want to be a part of a world that doesn't stop. I don't want to wake up in a routine every single day. I don't want to hear my alarm and yawn, put my feet on the side of the bed, put them in slippers, grab my robe, grab my towel, go to the washroom, brush my teeth, take a shower, come out, put on clothes, start the car, grab my bus pass if I'm not driving, put on my jacket, put on my shoes, grab my bag, out the door. Check if I brought my bus pass. Go to the bus. 2 seconds, I see it coming down the street, run for the bus, get on the bus. 45 minutes later, get off the bus, go into school, open my books, study, read, go on laptop, check Facebook, post a picture. It doesn't excite me. You can explain that was just so boring. And that's a lot of the reason that we're so judgmental towards each other or not accepting towards each other is because we're afraid of different. We're afraid of change. And I don't blame us. It's been instilled into our hearts that it is not okay to discover life, that it's not safe. But newsflash, nothing under the sun is safe. Nothing under the sun will protect you if it's really your time to go. I'm not saying go jump out of a plane tomorrow. I'm not saying look for an adrenaline rush by mountain climbing or speed racing or skiing if you really don't know how to. I'm just saying take a breath. Think about what you really want. Make a plan on how to get that, how to go there, how to be that. And slowly build power within yourself where you become powerful enough to say, this is what I want. And if you love me, you will support me. Because courage is the ability to stand up for your beliefs. Courage is the ability to tell those that you love and respect that you have a different opinion. And it's your life. You are your own individual. Why should you have to fear being that person? Go check out the world. I know I'm about to start. I'm scared. And it's silly. And at times I'm just like, is this really gonna happen? But yeah, because I want it. It's gonna happen because I want it. And what you want is gonna happen because you want it. So send that fucking email. Do it. Tell that person how you feel. Do it. Book that flight. Do it. Leave that school. Do it. For you. For you. Because if you're contemplating something for way too long, it's stressing you out. And if you're contemplating for way too long, it's what you want. And you cannot gain a lesson until you struggle. So don't be afraid to struggle. Don't be afraid to hurt. Don't be afraid to fight. Don't be afraid to get in a fight with someone else. It is a battle, but it's also a journey. A journey on finding out how to be the best you. 7 billion people in this world. And over half of them don't even know who they are. Don't even know how far they can push it, how high they can take it, how happy they can be. Stop focusing so much on relationships. Stop focusing so much on material. Twerking, bags, purses, Louis Vuittons, drinking, partying. Stop focusing on all that stuff. And focus on how to write the next chapter. What that chapter is going to be about. Because, yeah, I like partying. But I don't want the book that I write to contain all of my Saturday nights spent inside of a box with a lot of drunk people. I want it to be about that random ass fucking mountain that I climbed. Not the landscape mountain. The one in here. The one right here. In your heart right here. Or underneath. That's the biggest mountain of all. That's the biggest adrenaline rush. So, I'll leave you at 20 long, exhausting minutes. Be courageous. And thank you for being here while I find my courage as well. I didn't start these videos easy. I'm sitting here talking to myself alone in my room. It's not easy. Nothing is. But if you really want it, I bet you it will be worth every single tear that you cry to yourself every night from feeling trapped. Be you.